Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Jonathan Lent. I'm joined by Dr. Carol Smith and Dr. Jeffrey Garrett. All three of us are faculty members of the counseling program at Marshall University. And I'm excited to tell you a little bit about our program and provide some information about admissions and content of the program, as well as what people do once they become counselors. And so our program is a 60 credit master's program, and we accept individuals into the program throughout the year. So we have admissions that begin in fall, spring, and summer. Typically, we encourage people to apply at least 2 weeks in advance of the semester, but because of our enrollment, we often encourage people to actually apply a little bit earlier in order to try and get enrolled for that specific semester. We offer coursework all through the fall, spring, and summer semesters, and nearly every course that's required for the 60 credit plan of study in both school counseling and mental health counseling is available in each of those semesters. So we try and do a good job of offering coursework throughout the year so that people don't run into the issue of, I need a course and it's not available for another semester or another year. And so that's one thing that I've been really excited about as we've progressed throughout this program and the way that we've been able to offer it. Speaking of the way that we've been able to offer the program, we have multiple delivery methods for the program. Students can be considered as campus-based for either the Huntington or South Charleston campus, or they can be considered distance education students. And all three of these options provide flexibility for individuals that may have varied schedules and needing to find different ways of attending a graduate program. So we prepare people for school counseling, mental health counseling, and we also have a certificate program that is one of very, very few opportunities for such a certificate program is the Violence, Loss, and Trauma Certificate. Dr. Carol Smith is actually the coordinator of the Violence and Loss and Trauma Certificate. I'm going to ask her to share just a little bit more about that program, and then we'll talk more about the different areas of our overall counseling program.
Thank you, Dr. Lent. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Carol Smith. I coordinate our Violence, Loss, and Trauma Certificate of Advanced Studies. This is a unique certificate. I don't know of another certificate like it in the country. It is 18 credits, 6 courses that focus on violence, loss, and trauma and what to do about that as a professional counselor. So how to work with clients who have been affected by these issues. We do a deep dive into these topics. The certificate can be added to the clinical mental health master's degree or the school counseling master's degree. But keep in mind, 4 of the courses for the Volt certificate has 6. 4 of them can be taken as part of the Master's in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, but only 1 of them can be taken as part of the school counseling program because the school counseling program has so many courses specific to preparing people to be counselors in the school systems. The Violence, Loss, and Trauma Certificate is, again, 6 courses, 18 credits, and it can be taken as a standalone certificate for people who already have their master's degrees, either in counseling or a closely related discipline. And it is eligible for federal financial aid. If you have additional questions, you can reach out to us through our website on the Marshall website.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Dr. Smith, for that overview of the Volt certificate. And now, Dr. Garrett, I wonder if you can share just a little bit about some of the opportunities that are available for students post-graduation and any other information that might be helpful for potential students.
Yes, we hope that you will consider Marshall. We have the highest accreditation. It's called KCREP. And also we have distance learning. So we have students from California to Maine, down in Florida. We have students all over the country. And I wanted to say a little bit about the future forecast for employment for students who are going into mental health, clinical mental health, and then also you can look it up for school counseling too. But I wanted to share this slide, which is the Occupational Outlook Handbook, and that data is collected by the government, by the Department of Labor. So it's a very reputable website and you can do searches, but I just did a search this morning for substance abuse, behavioral disorder, and mental health counselors. And you can see, I would like to highlight that the job outlook for the next decade is 23%. That's much faster than the average of all the occupations that are in the country. Students can work in community mental health agencies. They can work in crisis intervention, psychiatric hospitals, intensive outpatient units, or private practice. They also can do school-based therapy. Now, we have a very strong program for both school counselors that prepare school counselors and also clinical mental health counselors. And so the job forecast for the future is bright, and we have the highest accreditation, and we hope that you will not only consider us, but that you will apply.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you mentioned about the KCREP accreditation, because that is such a significant part for many people across the United States. So that really helps people in terms of licensure in a lot of states, and also makes further study, if someone's interested in pursuing a PhD program, a little bit easier as well. I'll just comment briefly about additional opportunities for those in the school counseling area. Dr. Garrett did a wonderful job about talking about all the different places you could work as a clinical mental health counselor. School counselors primarily work in K through 12 schools, and we have internship and practicum requirements throughout our programs. They give people practical experiences not only in those schools, but also in the mental health area as well. The people throughout the program, they get the content knowledge and information throughout the coursework, and then the practical experience through practicum and internship, where they get hands-on work. And people get direct feedback from supervisors throughout that experience as well. One final thing that I'd like to highlight, and I'll see if there's anything either of the two of my colleagues would like to mention, but one final thing I'd like to highlight is that each of the faculty members throughout the program all have experience and practice in their particular emphasis areas. And some people have experience in both emphases for mental health and school counseling. But I think that practical experience helps bring some additional insight into the teaching, as well as the field experience and other practical experiences. Finally, our faculty does ongoing research, partners with schools, community agencies, hospitals, and other areas to not only promote the program, but to promote our graduates and to help support people throughout their program. So that's all that I can think of that we might need to share about the counseling program in this video. As Dr. Smith mentioned, you can visit the Marshall website and search for the counseling program and find any information about the program there, and even reach out to us. All of our contact information are there. Is there anything anyone would like to add before we wrap up the video?
I think you did a great job, explaining our program, and Dr. Lent is our program director. So you're going to find a home at Marshall if you consider us and apply, and we really hope you will. We teach from a wellspring of clinical experience, and we're connected to professional associations. All of us are involved in research and also leadership and participation in professional counseling associations across the country. So we hope you will apply.
Thank you to everybody that's listening. I appreciate that. Dr. Smith, anything from you before we wrap up the video?
Sure, if I may, just on a personal note, counseling is such an important area of human experience. It's when people sit down with another human being and work through problems to make life changes. It's really an incredible honor to sit with people who are ready to make changes in their lives. Our program prepares you to do that. We are very familiar with adult learners and adult pedagogy, and we are really as flexible as I know how to be in terms of accommodating people's schedules to start the degree, continue in the degree, and complete the degree. So we do encourage you to consider Marshall University. And as Dr. Garrett said, you will find a home here, and we look forward to talking with you later.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both for your time. Thank you to everybody that's viewed this video. We look forward to hearing any questions you might have, or look forward to seeing your applications come through for the counseling program. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye.